The Spanish Football Federation, aka Florentino's minions, they continue to do the dirty work of Florentino, and they came out with a new strategy for how to continue justifying robberies against Barcelona. So what's the strategy? They're going to be recapping plays that they deem worthy of analyzing for the general public to understand why they made certain calls. And what do you know? The first time they decide to do this, they use the handball that's never a handball against Balde. It's not a handball. And if you're going to call that one, you better call Chouamani's handball in the Clásico, especially if it's the same ref. But of course they don't, and they won't. According to them, Balde voluntarily increases the space occupied by his arm, and they understand that Balde's handball was completely intentional. Let's make a note of this to reference in future plays when Real Madrid has a circumstance like this that a penalty could be called. Let's see if the penalty gets called. Let's see if the same criteria is upheld. I have my doubts. This is the most ridiculous one for me. Of course, they say that the rule is clear. In case of a blow to the head, the player comes first. Now, obviously, that's true. But here's the problem that I have with this. This can easily become the new gimmick in football. If you're defending a cross, if you're defending a shot on goal, and you deflect it away with your head, bro, how are we going to judge whether or not you're actually impacted in a way that merits stopping the game in an attacking situation? The referee has to decide in probably a second or two, at the very most. That's if he even sees the play. And he's going to stop every single time somebody drops to the floor. Okay, so let's make a note of this. And let's see if this doesn't become the new tactic in football. Because after the game, it was made clear to everybody that the player did not suffer any consequences, and the medical team let him right back onto the field, and he continued playing on as normal. So in this case, the ref was actually right to not stop the game. But again, how are we going to pick and choose when we need to stop it or not? How do we know? Is there a way of measuring when someone's going down because they're facing an onslaught and they want to stop the play? Or obviously when there's actually something wrong? In the case of a blow to the head. So again, this is supposed to clarify for me when we're supposed to be stopping play. If I just decide to go down after the ball hits me in the head, or I head the ball away, I now as a defender know I want to cool the game off. I want to take some minutes off the clock. There you go. And in the case where nothing's wrong, which is what we hope for, what do we do then? We just stop a goal scoring opportunity? But now we get to the third and final point. This is all Florentino's dirty work. I'm sorry. They didn't want to analyze Mbappe's penalty, which was suspect at best against Osasuna. In the same game, Militao gets away with one as well, and neither of those plays are reviewed. I wonder why. And this is very clever on their part, because every single time there's a call that at the bare minimum is debatable, just wait. Every single time it's Barcelona that's involved, they're going to be highlighting this play and pointing out the mistakes, making it seem like Barcelona's getting away with something. And what does that do? Amplifies the pressure on the referees to then make the calls that they know they want them to make, which is favoring Real Madrid.